hope people can hear me okay. If not, the whole computer is going out that window. How is everybody? Let's do the hellos first of all. Dreadmare, aka Chris. Hello, Anne. Hello, Sandra. Hello, Dave. Hello, Bristol Paranormal Hunters UK. So that'd be Sean. Hello, Nicole. Hello, everybody. Is this all good? Can you hear me? Okay. Chris was meant to be joining me on this, and literally we're just doing the editing and that. And I was like, oh god, we got to come on the live. And he was still talking to me through Discord. So I opened this up, ready to go, and then every single one of my audio devices stopped working. I couldn't hear him. I had these headphones on. I genuinely don't know how these are still intact, because they made friends with my wall, to say it nicely. Yeah, so nothing was working, which is typical. These things are just typical like that, to just all go down. That's just one problem, isn't it? For those of you who've just joined, I'm going to be sort of talking about the upcoming episode from Woodchester Mansion, which is coming next Sunday, and sort of go into the struggles that it's been. Obviously, no spoilers is going to be on this, because I don't want to give too much away just yet. It's more going to be hype, and more hype. I've got, normally my camera's up there, and now I've moved it down there. So, and my chat is there. So if you see me looking over to my left like this, it's because I'm reading the chat. And down here, this is where you are, is on my phone. I really need a little thing to hold it up there. Yeah, someone look out for one of those, like a stand or something, maybe on Amazon. I don't know what I'll type in. Let's have a look. So, I wish I was on the other side of the pond. Yeah, do you know what? If I had the money, I'd probably be travelling all over the place to go and visit other places as well. Yes, hello Ted. So, yeah, anyone else also that's here that's been editing this, it'd be interesting to know if you've had any issues whilst putting this together that you don't normally get. I mean, we always get issues with computers and whatnot in general, but this has just been stupid. These, I swear, on the edit would like this, listening, and then all of a sudden I won't be able to hear everything. It just all cut off. It go bloop, bloop, and it just cut off. No reason. Just, I'm just going to cut off. These cost me £400. And then when Chris was about to join here, they all cut off again. And we were going to be a joint live. So fuck that over. But I don't even know if they're going to work at all now, because I full on went into my wall with them. I probably dented the wall, to be fair. Again. Oh, hello, Paul. Ranger Paul's here. Linda. How are you? Wow, yeah, I wasn't expecting to see you here. Pleasant surprise. Yeah, there's a hell of a lot of catching up to do, to be fair. Also, I need to get you one of these over. All right, need to get one of these over to you. So we'll sort that out at some point. Ranger Paul's here. So yeah, this is more your forte, isn't it, Paul? Do demons really exist? The reason for this is because this place that we've all gone to, that you're going to be seeing in the upcoming episodes from myself and everybody else who was involved that night. I mean, the story is that there's a demonic presence within a part of this building. There's even a section there where there's stuff written on a door So if you've seen our previous episode, I'm not really giving anything away here. So when we go down there on the previous episode, the owner talks of this door with this writing on, and someone took their grimoire down there, and it turned out that it's a name of a demon, and there's been sort of like demonic rituals done down there and stuff like that. It's not a very nice place. But because of what happened there, it's made me think, well, what happens if demons are real? I mean, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But Ranger Paul was kind enough to send this. This is salt, this is holy water, that's a cross. I don't know what the other two are. Paul, you're going to have to say. Let's have a look, gander at the comments. They do exist, but they're rare. Just dark entities. Most are just dark entities. The thing with this place is that it's that story that's linked. So this isn't something that, you know, we're going, oh, there's a demon in this cellar. It's a story linked to the place. And there's stuff that happens in this. And I went on someone else's live a while back, and I sort of said, you know, we're getting this, we're getting that. One of the things is it seems to be mimicking there's a member with us, so Stu's with us, and it seems to be mimicking his voice. That's as much as I'm going to say on that. Seems like you have to weed through lots of demon posers? Lots of demon posers. I don't know, what's that mean? Just a great deal to do with stuff. We'll talk soon. Yeah, not to worry. Just in your own time. Oh, hello, Ryan. Yes, you are late. Not too late, though. Not too late. I was just saying that Ranger Paul has sent a bunch of these. So if you want one, Ryan, and Sean as well, let me know, because he sent a job lot over. So if you're going into any other places which might have like these evil entities, if they're evil entities, if it's a demon, then you've got this as well. Hello, Kate. Where should I put it? I'll put it over there for now. I'm not sure what or how they are, and most here way before us, and wouldn't like to find out. Yeah, it's you know, there's some places, right? There's some places where you'll go to it and you'll have maybe physical activity, like things being thrown, things being moved. Other times you go to a location and it's things like sounds, voices, knocking, stuff like that. You know, and then there's other places where you physically feel stuff inside, and I don't mean like, like I feel, Mystic Meg type feeling. I mean like literally it makes you feel ill, sick, dizzy, unwell. This has happened in a few locations. Like if I sort of go into the past, like Lee Woods, one of them, Poltergeist House, another one. So there seems to be different degrees of what this entity or thing can actually do. And, I think we're only touching the surface, really, on the potential of trying to even understand what this is. It's mental. Not genuine, trying to act like a demon, but not at all. Oh, poser, like... Okay, I see what you mean. It's hard to know, isn't it? Like, how would you know? Let's say demons are real. How would you know, truly know, that it is? Like, What would you need to look out for? Give one to Dan too. Yeah, of course, Paul. Yeah, I know. Like, I was just talking like outside of Haunted the Truth. Anybody outside of Haunted the Truth that live in the Bristol area, um, they can have one because you've obviously sent them down. Anne-Marie, is Anne-Marie here? I missed a hello for Anne-Marie. No, oh, not Anne-Marie, Anne. I thought, yeah. See, I seen Anne Hi, and I thought it said Anne Hi Mark, and I thought it said Anne-Marie because my eyesight is shit. These. Where is Anne-Marie saying that? Probably at work. About the ending. Well, the ending of what happens in this evening is coming up. You know, that's, I kind of want to say this is what happens. Is this demonic? But I don't want to give anything away. Let's just say we get attacked. So, someone gets attacked. But I don't want to say how or what or why or what happens leading up to that. Like, is that just an evil spirit? I feel like I've been to places which are, you know, an evil presence or an evil spirit or whatever that might be, something of a nasty evil nature. And, you know, I've had stones chucked at me. I've had things like, you know, things running at me. I've been pushed. But this place, completely different. What's that? See what I mean? Just boom, 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 boom. I don't know what that was. This place, a different story altogether. It's like something, you feel it inside you. It's disgusting. The human race will never know the real definitive answers. The real truth, who knows what we are messing with, but scary. I can send them to yeah, okay. Some members of the team know the different energies after that night. You know, I can tell the difference between one place and another. You are very brave, in my opinion. Admire your ability to really want the truth and remain objective. I try my best. The hardest thing, I think, is sometimes staying level-headed when madness is happening or when you're feeling not right in a situation, and then trying to stay composed. It's sometimes it's impossible to do. You have to come away, and it's like a couple of days later you then go, right, was it this, was it that, could it be this, could it be that? I mean, Chris, I say the amount of times that we've gone to a location, I've gone, that's it, this exists, everything, I believe the lot, like, that's it, this has done it for me. And then like 2 days later I'm like, well, it could have been this and it could have been that. And yeah, it's just a bit of a ball ache moment, to be fair. Muting the microphone when I drink because I know certain people don't like to hear me slurping. Basically, guys, Mark gave me everything to edit and sent it back to him. Yeah. Yeah, it's quite something. I mean, we were just finishing up then and doing the music and that, and we're watching it through, and I was feeling like a bit, it was making me feel anxious watching it back. Does that make sense? Like, I was feeling a bit shaky inside, like my nerves were on edge, and I don't know if that's just because I was reliving it in my mind, but yeah, it wasn't very nice. I figured out one of the demons. Have you? Key is to stay level-headed. Yeah. Yeah, it's, the thing is, well, you'll see in this video when it's out, you'll see that I'm doing my utmost best to try and level myself out and in the end, I think like I just give up. This is one place, and I think it's the first time ever where I physically walk out of the entire investigation and just leave all my shit behind and just walk out. Just I'm gone, and no one else knows where I've gone, and I just walk out. I don't want to say why, what, or how, but you will see on next Sunday. I get like watching. Yeah. I mean, I think even Dan's spoken in the past about watching stuff back. This is going to affect like a few people for sure. Some people are going to struggle to watch this. You're going to feel the fear come through. You're going to feel our anxiety come through. You're going to feel the thing that's there come through. It's going to hit you hard. For those of you that get affected by these things, you might not even get through the whole video. You might have to stop it and take yourself away and then come back to it. That's how mental this is going to be. Like, we put warnings at the start of these videos, but seriously, for those people that get affected like that, really warning, big time. Easier said than done sometimes, Anne, and depending on what you're experiencing. But what Dreadmare went through that night, whoa, yeah. But Chaz got a point, because we got a lot of our info and insight off of a gentleman that Chris once knew prior to Wanted the Truth, and he learned a lot of stuff away in another country, and some of this stuff was talking about keeping yourself at a level state, keeping your breathing under control, keeping your heart rate down, trying to fix your mindset in that moment, because if there is a demonic force, or if there is something evil there, or there is something nasty there, the second you start losing yourself, it can apparently, according to what he was saying, it could potentially take attachment or oppression on you. Of course, there's the other token of things as well, which is if you start letting your mind go out of control in general, you could then go into a hysterical state, a psychological state. So either way, it's probably good to keep yourself level and under control. Can't stop thinking of the place, Mark. Are you a man to admit your fears? Well, you are a man to admit your fears. Well, I think everyone's scared of something, aren't they? Not like I think it's more the fear of the unknown, isn't it? Rather than knowing. It's not like I can say, oh, I'm scared of demons because I don't know if it is a demon. It's more being scared of what I don't know what it is. And I do wonder, I do think to myself, if I could see the thing that was down in that place that is coming up, would I even go down there? Because it's like I wouldn't get into a pen, for example, full of lions, because I can see the lions and I can see what they can do, and I know that lions are mental and they will eat me. But when we're doing this stuff, we're effectively going into a pen with something that we're not even close to understanding or comprehending. It's just dangerous, isn't it? At the end of the day, really dangerous. And I could take all these amulets and the pentagram thing and the crystals and the bloody bloody hell, and the Bakwa mirror and all these protection thingies, but at the end of the day, how do I even know if they even work? At this rate, I'm gonna have this attached to myself. I'm gonna have all this in one of these pockets. I'm gonna have that hanging around my neck, that hanging around my neck. I'm just gonna be like a big shield, because one of them might work. Who knows? One of them might work. Let's have a look at the comments. I say this now, it's going to catch the eyes of everyone, even the debunkers, but it's definitely one of the scariest things ever. Yeah. I mean, if these things are real and they're out there and they can do these sorts of things, and that is what it is, I don't even know where you begin to start. All I know is protection is needed. And I never thought I would say that. I never thought I'd say we need to protect ourselves going into places. But this location has made me think otherwise. Rangeable, exactly. And the body holds cellular memory. Our bodies hold traumatic memory and can process. It's true. Exactly, Mark. That's true. Weakness is a magnet to these things. I think even when you know if you're unwell in yourself, you're going to get drawn. Like I don't know how or why, but it just seems to be a lot worse for those individuals. People refuse to believe what they don't understand. Yeah, yeah, and the first thing they go to is, do you know what? There's even been situations where there could be a feasible explanation for something using some sort of rational reasoning, like, I don't know, wind or something, like, expanding or de-expanding, stuff like that. But the people still jump straight to fake. Oh, it's fake. They don't even consider the possible other things. Their brains are like, it's almost like they're tiny little brains and they just can't take it. So they just go, oh, it's fake. It's just stupid. Like, no effort whatsoever. Mark, there's no way I'm going back down there again. Would I? Maybe. But I'd be, like, armed. If you can hear that, it's the neighbours. Anger is more like a challenge to them. Ranger Pool demons are real. But is it demons? Okay, what's people's thoughts on this? If demons are real, is it demons in the sense of the Christian belief of demons? Or is it demons in the sense of evil beings within another realm? Or is it something from a different... Because, these creatures have been spoken throughout the years. I mean, in some beliefs, they're known as jinn, for example. I think even people that had, like, mythology, like back in the day of like the ancient Egyptians and such, they even had, like, these negative, evil, demonic type beings that seem to exist. So what are they? Because they're described differently across different religions. But what are they? What's the actual thing that they are? It's, like, for real. Never thought you'd see that light. Well, Sandra, like, it scared me so much that I just don't know if I'm happy going into certain places knowing that there is a possibility of this thing there, and I don't want to feel that way again, ever again, if I can help it. My main concern now is if we take protection into a place, if this thing's real, will it ward it off completely? Will it dampen the activity? Because I don't want to dampen the episode and the stuff of, like, mental stuff happening just for the sake of protecting myself. That's mental, I know, but I'm willing to risk my own life to get the best activity. But if I can do the protection and still get the best activity, that's best of both worlds, that is. That's thumbs up, brilliant. I'm game for that. I do, Chris is saying, I do believe demons are real. And so does Sean. He's saying 100%. There's more powerful than you could ever comprehend. Gotta always keep your guard up and never take your eyes off the ball. a flexible mind, and open, you cannot prepare for everything. Why are you also brave, in my opinion? Why you're also brave, in my opinion. Thank you for exploring what many of us don't, and wow, we all appreciate that. And there's people out there just sit on their asses and don't do anything. They just give it all this, and then when they do go out, they spend like 25 minutes there messing about, chatting, not really doing it properly, and then they go, "Oh, see, nothing," and then leave, and they go, "Well, there you go, nothing happened." Like, no, that's not how it works. You got hours. Put some time in. And some people we've gone, come along. We'll show you. But no, they've never taken up the offer. So what can you say? Demons can be good and bad, just like, hey? Well, now you've just thrown a ball out there. Because in every belief I've ever read or seen videos on, they are always described as being awful, nasty beings. And the jinn is, it will it's based on a genie, isn't it? But like an evil genie, and the wishes that you make, it's like you're basically trading your soul for the wishes, for the deeds, something like that. I don't know the lore completely. Ranger Paul is the guy for the job there at Woodchester. It's a shame he wasn't with us. I'm also glad he wasn't, because it was so scary, and most of us couldn't sleep. I could imagine, I've got a vision of Ranger Paul coming down with us with a giant cross and the thing, just like you know what I mean, doing all of that stuff down there. I think it would have tried to destroy Paul. Yeah, but he would have, you know what, he would have done what he did in Hoppers. He would have started going, get away, and all that sort of thing. I mean, he's not an actual exorcist, but he knows a lot of stuff. I think that's a good thing, like, sort of thing to say. Mark, what do you guys experience that evening as unique? You will have negative and positive energy, but what happened that night, ... Yeah. There will be more to talk about on that specific evening, and that will be, so all the videos will come out, and then I'm assuming everybody should have put their videos out by the Sunday after. So next Sunday our one's going out, and then the Sunday after I'm gonna start another live, and then try and sort out a way to get my headphones to actually work and not cut out. And I really don't know what's going on there, but I'm gonna have to figure it out, and then get like a few others to join with me, and then we're going to go into detail about what we were going through, what we felt, what happened, why, like big, like, and any questions that anyone has to ask after watching the videos, then that's the time to do it. Knew that would throw you out. The older I get, the more I have learned. You were there, you experienced it. Jinn, good and bad. I've studied them, and the Muslims. There is a Muslim belief. Wow. The Muslim belief, the Quran, is it? I mean, parts of it is the Torah, isn't it? Really, it's the Old Testament, but they've changed it up a little bit, because that came first, and the stories are sort of like cross over into it. I don't know if I'm right or wrong now. You have to, if someone knows, then let me know. Ryan, you're having difficulty sleep. What you need to watch out for, Ryan, is, and I don't want to give too much away of what actually happened with you, but are you hearing things say things to you, or things in your mind or in your head, and is anything happening in your house? Because if that starts happening, then yeah, we might need to talk about steps on getting rid of something. We must continue to learn, advance, and get stronger. Can someone say to me, I don't know if I've missed it or someone's already said, but can someone say if taking in things like a cross or holy water or crystals or medallions or whatever, right, into a location and having them on ourselves, is that going to prevent activity from happening? Is it going to dampen activity, or is it just going to stop something from getting to the individual wearing it? Hello, Dan. You've been at work, Dan, or just, yeah, I'm assuming so. A dark mass, and I saw it myself twice. Okay. See, that's not good, is it? I don't really know what to say. There's nothing I can physically do in situations like that. But there's people that you might need to talk to if it starts getting worse. And I always use protection, and it hasn't stopped activity. Talking, physical activity, of course, like things being chucked, voices being pushed, like anything beyond actual harm of like, I don't want to say too much, but like possession, oppression, stuff like that. I want to prevent all those things from happening as well. It is the item used protection, or is it the belief in it? That's a good point to make, that, because I went to a mind, body, and spirit event, and there was a gentleman there. I don't know what his name. He had big white beard and long white hair. Looked a bit like Gandalf, and he had like a purple thing behind him with like moons and like wolves on it, like patterns, and he had like rune stones on his table. I think it was a purple table, and I spoke to him about what I do and the things I do with Haunted the Truth, etc. And he said that you could take in to a location and go around buying all these trinkets and bracelets and whatever, but at the end of the day, it's an extension of your intention, and you've got to get this in the right space, and all that these things are doing when you have them is allowing this to be in the right space, and that's the foundation is that, and then anything on top of that's just an extension of you and what you're putting out within your own psyche. Let's have a look. Yeah, Mark. Hi, Mark. Yeah, still at work. Oh, I've seen that one already. I was there too, but I cannot say too much. But one of the moments, Ryan, Mark, I may be the quiet one, but I will open my mouth after the videos. Yeah. No, it won't stop it, but it could prevent a spirit from hurting you, combined with your beliefs. To be fair, Paul, to be fair to you, Paul, you took those things to Hopper's Woods and we still had mad stuff happen. So I agree with that, yeah. Yeah, mate, Woodchester was a clear indication of hearing things in my head. Hi, Sandra. Protection just helps, but you have to believe in it for it to be effective. You have to believe in the power and why and what you carry. Ryan, for goodness sake. I don't think he meant like that. Hello, Twingo Banshee. Hello. I don't think I've seen you come on here before. How are you? Welcome. Bloody hell. Ryan, Mark knows what I mean. Yeah, yeah. I think the level that trinkets and protections can keep you safe and or higher entities prevent defend on the strength mutually and the power of the entity. There's never any guarantee. This is true. And it's all guesswork as well. It's all guesswork because even if you are a pagan and you've got your belief systems with that and your protection for that, it's completely different protection and belief systems to somebody that's of a Christian belief and their protection. So I don't think anybody actually really knows. And that's the problem, is that because we don't actually know, like, I always joke and say I'm going to end up like the guy from in the movie The Mummy, when he's got about 20 amulets around him and he's doing all this to the mummy when he's coming towards him, and then one of them works. That's what I'll end up being like. Your mind and or mindset is the most important aspect of personal protection. There's many layers to that statement, which is what I try to go by. I've tried to maintain, and I think to a certain extent it's one of the reasons I don't truly open and just truly believe on every aspect, on everything. Like, I'm not a complete believer. I still try to stay within a rational spectrum of things. But there's occasions where things start happening where I will slip, and then when I do slip, that's when it's like just madness happens from that point on, really. So we are discussing an episode that has yet to air. There is one coming out on Sunday, and I'm not saying too much about what happens in it, but also talking on a broader spectrum of things regarding anything to do with entities, demons, poltergeists, spirits, etc., and what they can do, what they can make you feel, or the capabilities, just the broader spectrum of what the hell is going on. It's madness. I don't believe you have a choice. Demonic entities, I think, to a degree, take what they want, regardless, I'm guessing, of what protection you have. I mean, if it's a Christian demonic entity, there's plenty of priests out there that have gone in to do exorcism and not been... I don't know, actually, to be fair. If any of the movies are to go by, and I don't know how close the movies are to genuine exorcisms, but if any of the movies are to go by, the priests still get attacked. You know, like, emotionally, I think the demon always in these movies tries to emotionally bring the person down and then attack. So they will say things like, for example, in The Exorcist, it brings up Father Karras's mother, which is a sore point for him to bring him down, so then it can attack. I personally don't use any form of protection. My will and natural instinct has always served me well. Interesting you should say that, because I was taught, and it's, there's been a few locations where I have gone, we need to go now, we need to go. I think this is what's coming next week is the only one where I've just gone, and then I've just stormed off. But there has been other places where I've gone, right, let's jump ship and go now, because something inside of me is saying go. And I got told the other day by somebody that I need to listen to that inner voice. Call it a spiritual guide, maybe a guardian, or my own instinct from like a primal time back when we were cavemen, whatever you want to call it. I've learned to listen to that and just do what needs to be done. I think put aside the fact we are uploading to YouTube for exposure needs to be put aside here, and just recognise we have all suffered from this, and it's really hard and mentally draining. I mean, just putting the edit together has been a bloody ball ache. Like, there was a point where it was all freezing up and the files weren't moving about properly, and I was doing my head in. The headphones kept cutting in and out. I'm surprised everything's still in one piece, because I've got a temperament when things start going wrong and I can't, and it just, I goes, bah, 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 and I just go, blah, and then I chuck everything. Yeah. Mark, how far do we go to be completely protected? I think we can never be fully protected. I know it sounds bad, but if you're doing it alone, I think you're at higher risk. If you're doing it with lots of people, it spreads out the risk. And then if there's people that aren't keeping it level here in the moment and in general in their life, and they're with you on that investigation, you're probably less likely to have something happen to you, and it's more likely to happen to them. But when these let's say these individuals were not there, or they leave, or anything like that, then that's when you could be more susceptible to it. Cannon fodder. That's what you need, Paul. Cannon fodder. Remember, everybody hit the like. Yes, it does really help the algorithm. All the hearts are going. Can I hit them myself as well? Let's do it. Party! Woo! Also, it is just a man-made thing that says this protection works. Another thing. Yeah, but then at the end of the day, the belief systems of spirits, demons, entities, poltergeists, etc., they're all man-made, made-up concepts and ideologies that we've emplaced on what we try to call them to understand them. So I go, well, if it is that, then that could work. You know what I mean? That makes sense. I think it does. Yeah. I was just saying yeah to what Dan said about listen to it. I got to say it out loud, haven't I? Because people are like, why is he just saying yeah? Got to go. We'll rewatch. Well, thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Have a good, evening? I don't know what time it is. Range pool protection has to be a personal thing. As with most things, there are different religions, different factors to be covered. It is very broad, and who knows what truly works. Everyone's entitled to believe what they want. It's hard to believe in a world based in lies and greed. So many people have issues editing. We did. It was a ball ache. All exorcists have been possessed part of the learning experience. Is that true? I need you to find evidence for that. You've said this a lot of times, Paul, but I'm like, is it true? Find me it. Send it to me on WhatsApp. Yeah, I know, Mark. Yeah, I think he's referring to what I said a minute ago. Religion can also be a hindrance when it comes to protection. Naturally, can be neutrally. I'm dyslexic, so apologies for my reading ability. Hello, Paul Woodall. Oh, Yogi. How are you? I hit the button anymore. If I hit a button anymore, the thumb will fall off. I have no idea how many times you swear in this. Do you know, I was going to do bleeps, because I was like, You know, I just like, oh, let's try and reduce the swearing a little bit. But when it starts getting towards the end, it's just off the Richter. Basically, most of the video will be beep, beep, beep. Oh, what's that? Beep. I better beep. That's what it'd be. Put it this way: if you don't believe what happened, what we are all experiencing and denying we witness, it means all Dreadman needs a straitjacket. Yeah. I mean, if somebody doesn't believe it and they want to have a pop at it, there's only one thing I've got for them.
Hate, 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 double hate, loathe entirely.
And it's that. Oh dear. Elizabeth, hello. Northern Ireland. God, just over, where am I? Over that way. Had to get my bearings then. The Rose like say, I tell you now, without giving you what, giving you want away, the energy changed quickly. Oh, without giving anything away. Yeah. It was a very weird. But this is like, I can talk about our first experience there because obviously the video is already out. So obviously the place we are referring to is the episode coming in. It's Woodchester Mansion. And the first time we went there, we caught some weird noises upstairs. A sound of a girl on the stairs, and then we went down to the cellar where there's said to be a demon, and that is the place where Chris then captured the noise. I do recommend, actually, if you've not seen that episode, watching that whole lot first before what's coming out on Sunday, so you can get reference to what what happened to us beforehand. But that, I think, made us be like, okay, there's something down there that's just made that noise. And even on that evening, I didn't feel right. I'm in the video and I'm very erratic. I'm very like getting angry and just like, and I'm just like, well, nothing's happening. I'm getting like frustrated almost, like very erratic and frustrated. And I had forgotten about all of this. I've rewatched it since, and it's just strange that these sort of behaviours correlate over to what's going to happen on these run of episodes coming up soon. The swearing shows that the reactions are real. Yeah, the bloody... I tell you what, if I took a swear jar with me that evening, I probably would have paid for another trip there in the amount of money that I'd have made. It's just, yeah, it's quite funny. Is there any questions anyone wants to say, though? Because I've done an awful lot of nattering, but if there's anything anyone wants to ask regarding what's coming up, or anything from what we've done before, or anything to do with what you believe like demons are, or spirits, entities, etc., your understanding of them. I mean, do you see them as, you know, Baphomet and Azazel and Baal, Lilith, Asmodeus, etc., or are they something different? Ranger Paul's done that. The second I done those names, he's like that. I can see him. I can see him doing it. Woodchester was haunted because it made me catch COVID. That's a stretch, Paul. That's a stretch. Where are we? I was pushed by a woman named Margaret Woodchester. She screams like a banshee. So something that I'm assuming something you didn't actually see. Am I right in saying that? So something that you sensed and you said, or that someone said it was Margaret. I'm assuming there wasn't someone in your team called Margaret that just pushed you for the shits and giggles. That's what I'm trying to say. How do you feel in yourself after the night mark? Do you feel in yourself after that night mark? Say, after. The night after. I mean, I was all right because I just became hyper focused on getting all the footage over to the computer and then going through it and like having to edit it and just wanting to go through it all and just watch it back. And like once my mind focuses and changes its focus to something else, then I tend to be all right. It's hard to say, oh, did I have weird dreams and stuff, because I always have weird dreams. Like I think that night I remember saying on a chat with you lot that I kept waking up like like that, like because something was fucking chasing after me, and it was coming like into my face, and then I'd shoot up and wake up. That happened a few times. If you're like me, I'd have filled the swear jar. Where to go next? What's next? I don't know how big the place is and how many of us it would fit in there, so it might need to be 2 separate journeys or less people going. I don't know. The only person that might know this is Minnie, which I think Minnie definitely needs to come to this location as well, because it's sort of like her baby. She's been there loads, and that is the museum. The museum with all the creepy dolls. Let's say this: I've never had Ryan or Mark like how they were on that night, and I'm not talking about what I've experienced with my feelings. That's for another discussion. Yeah, I will go more into that on the live after. There's a lot more to be said about it. Cannock's Chase Pool is on the list to do, but not yet. Not whilst it's Baltic outside. Hello, Susie. Have you just joined? Or you were a minute ago? Did I miss the hello? I don't know. I don't know. Do you know, I'm terrible. Doing what? Doing that with Stu Paul. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, some of us might be doing it like in bits with different people, opposed to going as like one huge, which works as well. Yeah, I mean, a collab's a collab, you know what I mean? I had bad nightmares 3 days after. I always get bloody bad nightmares, me. But the actual particular night was more like night terrors, because it kept waking me up. Go there loads. It's a haunted antique centre. What, the museum? Is that the place you're referring to there, Anne? Coming over. I'm on the live. Don't come in. Can you not see the light outside? Have you ever thought of coming over to, say, Titanic Dock in Belfast? It's very scary. I didn't know of it. Let me write it down. Titanic Dock. Belfast. There you go. Pop that down. Hello, Elliot. You've missed loads. Yeah, museum. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, I shunned him away. He was, thou shalt not pass. Shunned away. There's a light. I put the red light on the door. He's still bloody bothering me. Yes. Yeah, she's already said earlier. It's costs. Cost is the main thing. If money was not an issue, I mean, we would be going to so many places. I want to go to Transylvania, you know? I want to go to Vlad the Impaler's actual ruins, the castle, the ruins. The real one, not the one that was used, not the Bran castle, the real one. That's where I want to go. I want to go to Paris, into the catacombs. I want to go to the Island of the Dolls. I want to go to the Suicide Forest. You know what I mean? There's so many places that if the money was not a factor, or if, like, you know, let's say One the Truth like took off massively and there was just like loads of donations coming in, loads of people like donating, and it was enough money to do these things, and yeah, 100% be at it constantly. It was my dad, Paul. He's not allowed in. Sounds like he's having a bath as well, so he'd have probably walked in with his plums bloody hanging out, knowing him. And then I would have got banned on YouTube. Can I get you the Pogo? I can get you guys the Poltergeist Museum. Where's... What's... Wait, is that the one that I was just talking about, or is that a different place? Either way, yes. The answer to that. Yeah, I do have a red light to say that I'm on air, yeah. It's on the door. Look, hang on. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. On the door. Yes, but it's on though. Don't come in. I'm still going. I can't chat. This isn't this. I'm not opening the door to have a conversation. You can go. Don, I will pass. You can use that red light to earn money. Titanic dock is where the Titanic was launched from, and the 74 people have been killed in that area. What? They've been killed since? What, like mysterious deaths? I don't know why I did that. Mysterious deaths. Or was it like just deaths in general? Mysterious deaths. Sorry. Huge collabing characters. Elizabeth Rose is not like that. Range pool, that would be awesome. In range pool, there is a voices and shadow figure. So I need to put down... Oh, I put Poltergeist Museum down as well. Okay. Who did you say owned it? I'm going to have to scroll back up. Oh, I've lost it. It's gone. Not being nice there to his dad. That was nice, yeah. I said, could you please not come in? I'm live. Well, the first one was, don't come in! Because he could have had his plums out, so I had to shout. If Ranger... It is Ranger that his voices and shadow figures and mists. I've seen them. What are these shadow figures as well? Is it a... Because to cast... Right, let's think about this. Right, let's think about this. To cast a shadow... Oh! Let's not do that. To cast a shadow, you know, you need light. So something passes... I can't really do it now. You need something to pass the light. I've got too many lights, so it's not going to work. Ah, there you go. Right, so that's what casts a shadow, when something goes over the light. But shadow figure is a figure which is physically in the area. Yeah? Now, is that is that evidence of something from a different dimension? Because if something in the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th dimension was to project itself within our 3-dimensional space, it would cast as a 3-dimensional shadow. You see what I'm getting at? I've gone off on a tangent. It's ADHD for you, that is. Catacombs are beyond amazing, especially after. Have you been in them? I'd need to find a guide, a trusted guide, to go in them. No, my luck, I'd probably find like some random, and then they would run off, and it'd be like as above, so below. That'll end up what will happen. Yorkshire. What, the Poltergeist Museum's in Yorkshire? Up there, it's in top middle of road. Oh, Dad. Nick, no, they're not. Paul. My dad's just getting in the bath, and the bath is in there, but sometimes he just fucking decides to take his clothes off before he's getting in the bath, and then I go, why are you walking around like that? And he's like, my house, do what I want. Black and solid. The shadow figure. Interesting. We've caught like on camera, like if you watch the old Snuff Mills video, the second one, there's a bit where Chris turns on the bridge, and then there's this like wispy shadow thing that just goes woof and shoots off, and that's upright. And of course, Josh. So Smithy in our Josh, he likes to be called Smithy, but he's seen a physical shadow in Poltergeist House, and the way he described it was humanoid figure, head, shoulders, blacker than black, like what's that black out there, which is like the blackest of blacks? You know, the one that doesn't like reflect any light or absorbs all light or something like that. That's how he describes it, like complete black. So black that it's blacker than the darkness in the room, and he watches it come out and then back in again. I'd lose my marbles if I seen that. I'd go, did I film it? Elliot, Mark, yes. You could have done the same and made him feel comfortable, Mark. There wouldn't have been plums, but a whole lot of fruit bowl. Yeah. They've been killed in the gas explosions that happened in a pump house on the Titanic dock, and people have fallen off ships that were built. Oh, okay. Nightly in my house, shadow figures. Anything else in your house, or just shadow figures? You know what I'm getting at with this. Any physical activity? Any bangs, bumps, knocks? Elizabeth, that sounds so interesting and sounds like some crazy history. It's definitely something to look into. How close is the dock to, like, let's say a ferry dock? If I was to take a ferry over, for example, I don't know how you would get over there. Airplane? That might cost a bit of money. A ferry's probably cheaper, isn't it? Ooh. Hello, Minnie. You've missed everything. I was talking about you earlier. What did I say? Ah, that was it. I was talking about the next place that potentially go to is that museum. I called it your museum because you've been there a lot, and I said that you need to come along with. I've disappeared. I have disappeared completely. This is what I'm talking about, people. What has just happened? I'll be back after these commercial messages. Have you thought about the pension scheme? Have you thought about getting your... I don't know what's going on or why that's crashed, but it's crashed. Come on. Come on. Am I back? I'm back! There we go. You can take very much. I'm late. I've had a friend. My friend Claire's here. Is your friend Claire? Can she pick up on things? Does she have senses? Can she like do that sort of thing? And if so, is her last name Voyant? Thank you for the 79p, Elliot. It's glad to know that that function actually works. Thank you, because I didn't know if it was going to work. I do appreciate that. I need a... Oh no, where's my... I did have a... Never mind. I was going to do something every time somebody donated. Screw it, here it is. My donation hammer. My thank you donation hammer. Oh, that's like thrown me a little bit. Where am I? Look like a shadow figure blocking. Right, okay. Hello, EMA. How are you? I thought you were being serious then, Mark. Wait, what did I say? Oh, bloody hell. I'm losing it. Which bit? Which bit? I've got to edit time. That's the problem with this. It's delayed. Bloody delayed. The ferry to Belfast, you could walk to the Titanic dock from the ferry dock and the top. There we go then. Let's put it on the list. Let's get a ferry. I'm assuming they don't do nighttime comeback, so I'm going to have to stay down there somewhere. I messaged you. You messaged me on the phone? Because that might be why. Thank you again for the $4.99. Like you're teasing me now with this. Let me have a look. Did he message me? Send us your Halloween outfit. You want to see what I'm doing for Halloween? I'm gonna give you, for the $4.99, a taster. This is the taster. Alright. I don't want to say too much, but this is the taster. Range port. I'm sensitive, so I fell and see spirits. Oh, I think I know what Minnie was on about. I was going on about Claire and clairvoyant and the stupid joke. It just came back to me. Baywatch? It's not bloody Baywatch. Was it meant to be another button here that I've already broke off? Yep, I've already broke a button off. Yeah, I do appreciate that, Elliot. Goes a long way. Bashing. Shall I get there? Shall I go? Shall I? Oh, nah. I'm not going to do any more. There is an extra step to this, but please follow Haunted Truth and all the. Well, I would hope that they're following. Anybody that isn't currently subscribed can't comment. So if you're thinking, well, I'm here watching but I can't comment, then whack that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything. Johnny Depp. I dream. No, I'm not going as Johnny Depp. Still, you're trying to catch up. Mark your mum put. Oh, you didn't have to do that, Linda. I'd really appreciate that. Especially like, well, yeah, you know, with everything. Because I'm not without saying too much, but with everything, like that really, I really do it. I don't even know what to say. That's like thrown me a little bit. So I wasn't expecting that. What, those thingies? That is super chats. So that's YouTube money. So it's like donations that you can make through YouTube. It's a function that you get once you're actually monetized. Right. Let's put 99. Let's put the extra bit on then. Why not? There's something missing from it, but I lost the I lost the caps, so I'm gonna have to get some new ones. Yeah, I'm not gonna keep it on though, because it's quite it's quite good as well, isn't it? That. So yeah, that's gonna be Halloween, which I'm gonna be in the full get up. Have a guess. Who do you think it is? Takeaways are on Mark. He's cashing in there. I can't even get the money out until there's like 60 quid on. Like you have to reach £60, and then YouTube take a percentage, because everybody's putting their hand in the pot, and then I can then the money goes, well, it goes straight back into Haunt of the Truth, to be honest with you, and locations. At this rate, I'm gonna have my ferry paid for, and everybody else to come with me to go to bloody the Titanic dock. Hagrid, no. Your dad, get your dad in with his plums though. No. All he has to do is lift his bloody trouser leg up. Love the locks. Chris Jericho, no, not Draco Malfoy. Thing is a horror film, so you won't get it unless you get it. And that doesn't make much sense, but yeah, you won't get it unless you get it. It's like the alright, that's another clue. A famous vampire, yeah. In a certain famous vampire film. How does one become a moderator? I just click a button and then people become moderators. Normally the people are on every live, So every time I come on a live, they moderate on here, and then on Discord, moderations for that as well. People are moderators on there. Previous outfits. What previous outfits? I'm just, this Elliot's here talking to me on here and on air at the same time. Show everyone your dad, Mark. He's in the bath. Leslie Nelson Dracula, dead and loving it. No. I love who it is, but I know who it is, but I can't think of their name. I can't. To be honest with you, I don't know if I can remember his name either. I know the name of the film. Yeah. The Discord server, if people, I mean, we don't really use it that often anymore, but it is a nice place to, if you do have Discord, it's a place where you can like post certain things, different stories and stuff. Although recently it's been a bit quiet with all the Dreadmare stuff going on. But if I can find out the invite link, which I have no idea where it is. Ah, there it is. This button is hidden because you're in streaming mode. Ah. There it is. Take your bob. I'm not going in the bathroom to see my dad in the bath. It's not happening. I'm not getting banned. Ranger Paul Whoops got my own pararambo. That's the one. Didn't have a pacemaker. Show everyone your dad in the bath and Elliot. No, because then the channel doesn't exist anymore. Insta ban. Not worth it. A million's probably worth it. Then I could just shut down YouTube, start up another channel, and yeah, don't mind me, just having a cracker. So, anyway, back to the subject at hand. What time is it anyway? I don't even know how long I've been going on for. Does anyone know? I have no idea. Demons. Where were we? Demons. Let her die. Sorry. It'd be funny to see his face. No. It's not happening. It's not happening. I'm not risking the channel. Or getting kicked out. I didn't even think of that. These are tarot cards, by the way. They all fell off my shelf when I was trying to get my mirror down. Half an hour. Okay, half an hour. Let's say I'm not going to go anything past 8. So maybe even wrap up in a minute, to be fair. Depends if anybody else wants to talk about stuff. If you want me to stay on for another half an hour and just natter away. And maybe the top card. Ox. Does anyone here like do a reading? Can they do a reading through this? So I select the cards and then you can do the reading. I don't know, is that possible? Ranger Paul. And just for you. Haunted Truth Only fans. No. For goodness sake. Not happening. Not going there. Not a chance. Website update. What made you say that, Dave? It's interesting you put that, because we literally got the person who's working on it literally spoke to Chris the other day, and he's going over all his coding and like finalizing things, and he's like sorting it out now, because we're not paying for him to do it, and he's doing it out of the kindness of his heart. Obviously there's not like a time, like we can't go, where is it, do it now, you know what I mean? So it's as and when. But I think it's not going to be far off, to be fair. From what I've heard, there's going to be a section on it where you can start discussions or something like that. I don't know. Chris knows more. I still need the books to interpret the tarot card. Okay. By the way, whilst you're all here, if anybody else, and I know Dave, you are. I've sent you a message actually about that. Did you reply? You might have replied. I've probably just lost it. Yes, you have. So we've got the patches for sale. £6 patch, and you can either iron it on, sew it on, or you can use a fabric glue and then just whatever top that you've got. There's a few, basically. Anybody that's currently a Patreon will get a discount. And yeah. And that's obviously, Linda, I want to get one over to you in where you are at the moment as well, if that's a possibility. I'll talk to you about that though on DM. When is the movie then, Mark? Who's playing us? I'd have to play myself, wouldn't I? No one could play me, I don't think. Lost Boys is my favourite vampire film, and it's what I've done several times for Halloween. I've dressed up in like the Kiefer Sutherland David costume a lot, to be fair, quite a lot of times. See if I can find a photo actually. I'm sure I've got a photo somewhere. If I had known I was going to be asked this question. I don't know where they are. You could all sell your patches through it. Yeah, I think there will be possibly a sales page as well. Although then we're going to have to add that bloody annoying, do you know there's cookies on this website? You need to accept everything thing. I hate that thing. Does my tits in. Here we go. So this is what... Let's have a look. Window capture. Photos. This is what I did. What? See, why does things just don't work? When I want to do them, they just don't work. Stupid. I'm just going to have to share the screen, aren't I? There's one. That's what I did a while back. Any other merchandise in the pipeline? Possibly. Possibly. Need to look into it. And then another photo. I did this on another Halloween. It was Reverend King from Poltergeist 2. And some more. This one. It's one of my favourites, is that one. Got anything else? Don't think I've got anything else in this folder. I mean, this wasn't Halloween, but yeah. There's a starman waiting in the sky. That look. Hit the bottom button, people. Spamming that button again. Gonna make your fingers fall off. That guy creeped me out point. Okay, yeah, I know. It was a bit, wasn't he? 'Cause I'm smart. And I'm your friend. And I know what's going on. God is in his holy temple. Earthly fold, be silent now. Let me in. Let me in now, before it's too late. Sorry, set me off. Right then, any other questions before we wrap this up, or anything else you want me to talk about or do? Because I need to go and have my tea in a bit. I'm starving. So yeah. Just let me know now. If not, we'll call it a night. We call it on that. And everybody, make sure you tune in to Sunday coming, because it's going to be a mad one. Absolute mad one. And some of you are going to be like, I couldn't watch it all. That's probably what you're saying. You probably have to go back to it. I can imagine that's what's going to happen. You're going to struggle with it. Check the gas. But yeah, if you do have anything else you want me to talk about or anything, then say now. If not, I'll wrap it up now. And thank you all to those who donated and all the questions and all the support and just being here in general, just joining the live. And yeah, great to catch up with you all. Yes, it was indeed. And like I said, after next Sunday, when the episode comes out, I'm going to go live again with a few of the people that were there on the evening and have a discussion about everything. So don't miss. If you don't want to miss it, then make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much. And yeah, have a good one. Ta-ra. I can think of something to say at the end. I can't think of anything to say at the end, so we'll just wave. Goodbye.